Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, and today we're going to check out the Suomy Apex. This helmet is a great track day or weekend lid for if you're looking for a really lightweight, high performance helmet at a great price. It's under 400 bucks and it's right around 3 pounds, which is pretty rare air when it comes to full face helmets. Okay, it's the little brother to the SR Sport, which is the flagship these days. But the little secret about this helmet is it actually used to be called the Spec 1R. They slightly changed the air dam in the back and started selling it for a lot less money. If you bought a Spec 1R in the past, you probably paid $500-600 for it. Now that they're calling it the Apex and they want it to be, you know, their middle of the road helmet technically, it's a lot less money, but it's still everything the Spec 1R was. So if you liked your Spec 1R, expect this to fit identical. It's the same shield, it's the same everything. And it's actually really a killer value. Okay, so let's go over some of the features. On the front, of course, we have a forehead vent and chin bar vent. To be honest with you, I think they could have done better here. It does have a sharp edge, so it catches on your glove, but it's a relatively small tab here. I don't love that about it, but it does ventilate very well once those are open. On the back, we have an air diffuser underneath here. There are holes cut, and what that does is it pulls the warm air out and pulls the cold air in over the top of your head. Down here we have exhaust, okay? The other reason why this helmet ventilates really well is that it has channeled styrofoam, okay? The foam EPS liner in here has ridges cut which allow the air to make contact with your head. It also has a thin headliner, which is great because it means more air on the top of your melon. Great for the track. Again, when you're all suited up in leathers, a cool helmet is key. This is the new Gladiator graphic for 2017. Killer looking. There's a bunch of different graphics. Suomy's known for their graphics. Just something different, something off the wall. This one has the light smoke visor on it. Suomy has light and dark smoke visors. I really prefer their light. I think their dark is too dark for me. It really takes away some of the detail on the road. So pro tip, go with a light smoke. It's enough to cut the sun. All Suomy's visors are anti-fog, and their anti-fog is really well done. You don't need a pin lock or anything like that, but just be careful because it can be disturbed. Try not to rub on the inside of your Suomy visor because you'll disturb that fog-free coating, okay? The Apex has covered visor mechanisms, which makes the shield change a little more tricky. Once you get it down, it's not too bad, but you really want to make sure you get those put on properly. We have another video on how to do those shield changes. Check that out for more info there, because you don't want these to come off. Then you got to buy new ones. You lose them on the road, something like that. Okay, so that's the ventilation, that's the visor, the graphics. Let's flip this over. Like I said, very lightweight. This thing comes in at 3 pounds, which is just killer light. You'll remember this if you have a Spec 1R. It's that light blue liner. The cheek pads are removable, washable. If you buy your Suomy Apex from Speed Addicts, you'll be eligible for our helmet concierge service free of charge. What that means is you get this home, you try it on, you watch some TV in the living room, feel how it fits. Too tight, too loose in the cheeks, easy problem with the helmet concierge service. We'll send you out the correct set of cheek pads, thicker or thinner, to custom fit your Suomy for you, okay? We do that free of charge. We swap them as long as they're still new. And sometimes the headliner too. That just depends on how the helmet's fitting you. Sometimes you do need a different shell size, okay? And in that case, we'll bring the whole helmet back free of charge and swap that out for you. But a lot of times we can just do a headliner or a cheek pad swap. This helmet, while we're talking about sizing, runs small. Most of Suomy's line runs small. This thing runs really small, about a full size smaller than most other brands. If you wear a medium in, say, Shoei, you're probably going to be a large in the Suomy Apex. If you're not sure, call up and talk to one of our experts, but that's probably the advice we're going to give you. Okay, so the headliner. Lesser helmets, a lot of them will have really thick headliners that are really bulky. The Suomy one is very minimalistic, which is awesome because all these gaps mean more air on your head. It also means when you're running a thin headliner or racing headliner like this, it's less low-density squishy foam to break in. Cheaper helmets typically break in a lot and get sloppy over time. The Suomy doesn't do that. I have an old Suomy Spec 1R. It fits pretty much like the first day I bought it, and it's years old. So that is a good thing about Suomy and Suomy headliners. Now, if we look inside of here, you'll see the channels in the styrofoam EPS, which help that ventilation system. There's also a few holes drilled through the styrofoam directly to the exhaust ports, okay? So again, this just snaps in and out. It's really easy if you end up doing a liner swap from us, or you need to kind of custom fit it. It's DOT and EC rated. It's track ready. Any track in the country will accept EC 2205, which is the European standard. And again, Suomy Apex, lightweight racing helmet, great weekend helmet, great track day helmet. If you have any questions, call and talk to one of our helmet experts today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and ride safe.